Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, and that was the Von Miller Sack Dance Tribute Intro. On Thursday night, the Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-24 in a roller coaster of a game. I was up, then I was down, then I was up, then I was down. I was like a junkie mixing speed and estrogen therapy pills. Not a fun combo. The game ended on this brilliant Brandon Marshall ball poke, which he thought he broke his finger, stripping it from Jamaal Charles, but he didn't, and the heads-up scoop by Bradley Roby, who returned it for a game-winning touchdown. After the game, Brandon Marshall and Peyton Manning gave the best victory speeches I've ever heard.
Great win, man. Let's go.
Great fucking win.
I'm like Brandon. I'm not much for speeches, right? Great win. Let's go.
Great fucking win. Sounds a lot like something I'd say, yet the NFL, the Denver Broncos, and ESPN are all too scared to hire me for my foul language? Hypocrites! That's good, Broncos! Now, I know this loss stings for Kansas City, and I'm sure the city shut down today in a beer, barbecue, and defeat-induced coma. To capture Kansas City's heartbreak, I had my brother-in-law Mike on the ground taking sneaky pictures for me at Arrowhead Stadium. I asked Mike to find me someone wearing an Elvis Gerback jersey so that ThatsGoodSports could give him $1. But all he could find was this guy with an M butt jersey. What does that stand for? My butt? Mom's butt? Mitigation butt? I don't know. Tell me what you think the M stands for in the comments. Mike also snapped these museum-worthy photos. We've got the middle finger on this stupid hotel sign. Then we got the classic football dude who has to wear a Steelers jersey to a game that has nothing to do with the Steelers. Then there's my personal favorite, disappointed child, learning a cold lesson about the harsh reality of life. And finally, we have baby dancer dad, having as good of a time as a sober white Midwestern father can have after ruining his life by bringing another human into this world. Now, the opening play of the game was this run by CJ Anderson for a first down. I was thinking, yes, everything is back to normal. The offensive line magically fixed itself in 4 days. Wrong. I was deceived. There was something strange happening in this game. I noticed that they said Gary Kubiak was the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens last year. Oh, maybe that's a typo, no big deal, right? This is Tom Brady and Donald Trump's fault. Brady publicly announced he supports Trump, which means Trump's going to help Brady try and destroy his enemy, Peyton Manning. Trump dug into his deep pockets to grease the refs for the game. That's what happened. They threw this stupid flag for a low hit DeMarcus Ware laid on Alex Smith. Is it a coincidence that that's the fuck you Tom Brady rule? Then Denver flagged for this so-called late hit by Darius Kilgo, and again for unnecessary roughness when Von Miller hits Alex Smith on a play that was blown dead. Good call, you say? Listen to when the whistle blows and see how close Miller already is to Alex Smith. Fuck you, Donald Trump and Tom Brady. No man could have stopped before making that hit. No matter who tries to break down the Broncos, we must trust in their defense. Because after 100 penalties were called, David Bruton comes to the rescue, giving Jamaal Charles a fistful of fury, popping the pill loose, and stopping the Chiefs in the red zone with a turnover. What's even more mystifying is that I caught DeMarcus Ware whispering into Danny's ear, talking about their supernatural gifts.
I can remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it shining.
I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Who says you ain't supposed to?
Tony.
Who's Tony?
Tony Carter, an old corner who used to live in my mouth.
You guys think I'm messing with you, right? Or ripping off The Shining? But how do you explain Wade Phillips being possessed by a helpful demonic spirit during the game? Ware and Miller understood this spirit talk, and on back-to-back balls back sack attack plays dropped Alex Smith as he tries to scramble for his dear life. Miller, who was in a wrestling mood all night, violently body slammed Smith to the ground. The first quarter ended with a 0-0 score. The second quarter was a tale of two teams. It was the best of times, but not before it was the worst of times. Trump, was trying to make sure it was the worst of times, persuading the refs to look the other way even when the Chiefs clearly fumble. How the hell do the refs miss that call? Oh, I don't know. Maybe for a lifetime of free hotel stay in Trump Towers, while Tom Brady lets the referees touch his penis through a Trump penthouse glory hole. Maybe that's why. Does that sound like a fair deal to you, Todd Davis?
Yeah!
All right, maybe it is a pretty good deal. The Broncos did get the ball after Denver challenged the play, but then squandered their opportunity. The defense was a bit too aggressive, committing 2 personal foul penalties, giving the Chiefs 30 free yards, and then allowed Jamaal, I had no idea you spelled your name with 3 A's, Charles, to run a 35-yard touchdown. Shortly after that Charles TD, Manning was picked for 6 by Marcus Peters. The good news is, I found 2 guys that I actually like from Kansas City. Ja Rule's cousin, Ja Reed, who gave an enthusiastic thumbs up for the Thursday Night Football graphic. I also like the man on the sideline who accidentally grew the perfect mustache after open-mouth kissing Andy Reid in a team meeting. Those are my favorite guys. With 6 minutes left in the half and the Broncos down 14-0, Manning took control of the game and told Coob, "It's my offense we're running now." He moves to shotgun, which buys him some extra time, and is finally able to step into the throws he needs to, connecting with Demaryius Thomas for a nice gain across the middle. Then he discovers Emmanuel, my shirts are available at ThatsGoodSports.com, Sanders for a first down. Uh-oh, Manning's using the rhythm method again, which everybody knows is very dangerous. Emmanuel Sanders, just tearing it up across the field, is gonna obviously be open again. Manning hits him, the offense moves the chains. Ronnie Hillman got into the action, springing for 16 yards to set up the Broncos' first offensive touchdown of the season with a pass to Emmanuel Sanders that he almost drops, but compensates for with a front flip into the end zone to cap an 80-yard drive. The Broncos defense decided it was time for Alex Smith to get
Talib.
who picks the ball off with 2.5 minutes left in the half.
Oh, you got Talib.
Alex Smith was mad, but not as mad as he should be.
This is bittersweet because I did start the Denver defense in my competitive fantasy football league tonight. I've gotta pretend to be angry.
Jordan Norwood took the ball down to the 1-yard line, which set up the second touchdown of the night, where the second receiver almost dropped the ball when Peyton Manning makes a hell of a throw to connect with Virgil Green in the back of the end zone. The Broncos would go into halftime with a 14-14 tie, but not before my man Von Libre body flips Travis Kelce as if he were a small child. How is Von Miller so strong? Certainly not steroids. In the third quarter, not a lot went right for the Broncos offense. Peyton Manning did become the fastest player to reach 70,000 yards passing when he threw to, guess who, Emmanuel Sanders here. On guess what, a 3rd down. Sanders knew the ball was coming his way after Manning gave him the big dick play signal. That drive stalled, and Brandon, yes we McCannis, nailed a 54-yard field goal down the gooch. The Chiefs kicked a field goal somewhere in there as well, so the game was tied 17-17. I do have to give some love to the Chiefs' offensive lineman Donald Stevenson, who came back into the game after having his ankle popped back into place. That's a tough human being. I have to lay down after having a rough bowel movement. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have shared that. Then, shit got really weird in the fourth quarter when the stadium's dishwasher snuck onto the field and started making false signals on the sideline.
I'm supposed to be washing dishes at the Dolphins game. Ryan Tannenhill likes me to lick his spoon before he eats. That's me, the dishwasher guy. See you later.
Chris Harris cleaned Alex Smith's plate on this red zone interception, which was the second red zone turnover for the Chiefs in the game. They had 5 turnovers on the night. Kinda hard to win games when you do that, Kansas City. But my dreams were immediately crushed with another bad offensive drive by the Broncos. Niall Davis, who's like Freddy Krueger to my dreams, nearly killed me with this touchdown run to give the Chiefs a 24-17 lead in the fourth quarter. At that point, I really thought the game was over. There's 2 minutes and 27 seconds left, and the offense looked anemic. Thankfully, Peyton Manning got me drunk with joy by lasering a pass to Demaryius Targaryen, who started the drive with an easy first down. DT followed it up with the sideline catch that Manning places perfectly only so Demarius can make the play. Trump and Brady's refs were really looking forward to that glory hole action after ignoring a blatant illegal contact play on Emmanuel Sanders.
There is no foul for pass interference.
But then it happened. Trump's hairpiece blew off in the wind, relinquishing his power, which freed up a red-hot Demarius Targaryen who was breathing fire at this point, hauling in a clutch catch while he is blanketed with Chiefs coverage. 36 seconds are left on the clock. Facing a 3rd and 10, Emmanuel Sanders pulls in the game-tying touchdown, which is a pass from Peyton, I'm not fucking done, Manning. I was thrilled the Broncos were gonna have a chance to win the game in overtime. But then, my wishes were completely exceeded when the best inside linebacker in the league, Brandon Marshall, finishes the game, embarrassing Jamaal Charles, providing Bradley Roby the opportunity to be the hero and score the game winner. 2 weeks in a row, the defense closes the game, and with that victory, the Broncos set an NFL record with 13 consecutive road wins against a divisional opponent. That's insane. The win and the record the Broncos set were nice, but even better than that was seeing Wade Phillips experience a Peyton-gasm on the sideline. Look at that smile, right when he looks into Peyton's eyes. That's the power of Peyton. Even better than the Peyton-gasm was Jamaal Charles slamming his helmet into the ground between his legs. The only thing Jamaal Charles is in charge of is losing games. This really was a team win for the Broncos, and that's why I'm not giving out the Big Dick Player Award to a single guy. For this week, and this week only, I award Von Miller's pelvis thrust with the Big Dick Player Award. Make sure you tweet him this video so Von Miller knows his manhood won the award for the game. I know everyone has their own way of getting into the zone, but after 4 days of nearly having a concussion, I have to tell Malik Jackson to change his ritual. Don't... Fucking hurts, Malik. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you hit your own head? It's fucking stupid. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Subscribe to my channel. I've also got a link to FanDuel in the description. Use the promo code ThatsGoodSports. Go to my website, ThatsGoodSports.com, to get your Emmanuel Sanders shirts or your Big Dick Player shirts like I've got on right now. If you can see, there's a giant cock over the D here. It says BDP. It's very clean if you don't know what it is. So you can wear it anywhere. Fancy meal, church, funeral, wherever you want. This shirt's perfect for any occasion.